everybody, and welcome here to Chase Race number 5 of Season 9 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We are here live tonight at Kansas Speedway as we get ready for 20 laps of racing. More nighttime racing. We raced under the lights last week at Darlington. We raced under the lights here at Kansas, which means that with the cooler temperatures, there's a lot more grip, a lot more room for passing, and we could see a pretty fantastic finish here tonight as James Qualls starts on the pole, still looking for his first win of the season in that four-travel Chevy Camaro. Alongside of him, Jeff Fair, who won a couple of weeks ago at Martinsville, trying to pick up his second win in what's been a very struggling season. But the big story coming into tonight's race is the fact that the point standings for the chase for the championship really closed up after last week's Darlington race. Cody Lamas did not have the greatest of results, and some drivers that were trying to run him down did. As a matter of fact, Cody Lamas comes in with only a 6-point advantage now over Sean Galligan, only 7 points over Ty Dent, and only 10 points over Gene Sanford. It's going to be a close battle between those four here tonight, and who knows, some other drivers like Corbett, Washer, Mongold, and Young could put themselves into contention for a spot in battling for this championship as well. Let's take a look at your starting lineup here. Take a look and see who's starting where. No chaser starting anywhere near the front, as the entire top 10 is consisted of non-chasers. Command, fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
Trent Dunham starting from 11th. Cody Lamas, second highest starter of the chasers, will start in 18th. Austin Mongold 24th. Lewis Stevens, who's all but maybe out of this hunt already, he's going to start 28th. Ty Dent 29th. Dylan Young 31st. Lawler 34th. Alex May 36th. Sean Galligan all the way back in 37th for the start of this race. Chris Washer and Kyle Corbett, they'll make up row 20 with 39th and 40th. And Gene Sanford, who is 10 points back in the hunt for the championship, going to have to do it all the way from dead last here tonight. Here we go, though. Well, yeah, let's keep the ticker up. Pace car is going to head in. We're ready for 20 laps of racing. Waiting on James Qualls as the green flag's out. We're underway here tonight at Kansas. Very smooth through that corner was everybody as they came out of the 2 area. I love that flyby camera. Now William Bedford thinking about taking the lead. Nope, instead going to have to try and move by Jeff Fair and take second place first. Now he'll try and concentrate on Qualls. Whoa, Joshua Collard in the wall back there. I think he held on to it. Nice save by the 43. Saw Chris Maley go to the apron. And he went to the apron again. Comes right in front of his teammate Matthew Dallio. Both the Penske cars up and into the wall. He came right back across the nose of his Penske teammate. There's more stragglers back there too. Bob Jones, Jacob Lawler, Danny Wells, Chris Washer back here, Dylan Thoreau. I think I saw Dylan Poteet, Austin Mongold. There's Poteet. And then the pace car is going to pick up the field. So we had 2 different incidents actually. And the yellow flag is out for the first time here this evening at Kansas. Man, oh, Gene Sanford started dead last, had worked her way up to 29th, and she's involved. Poteet on pit road. His teammate Dylan Young is on pit road. Maley's out. Matthew Dallio's already taken his car behind the wall. Sean Galligan involved. And Joshua Collard has got damage on his hood. There's Mongold, there's Lawler, there's Washer. There's about 5 or 6 chasers that got involved in whatever this was. Make it 7. Kyle Corbett with damage on his hood. I think the only 2 people I haven't mentioned that are running well in the points coming into tonight's race are Ty Dent and Cody Lamas, the points leader. Corbett, they're going to get that car repaired, get him out. Looks like they're going to try and do the same for Lawler, do the same for Galligan. Lawler's down and away. They're going to get Sean Galligan's hood off of him and get him back out there. They really need to. Poteet's going to continue. Where's Lamas? There he is. Scored in 19th. Ty Dent. Where is he? Was he further back? I must have missed him. There he is. 23rd. One guy who could really benefit from what just happened is that guy right there. Trent Dunham had hardship last week at Darlington. Ended up finishing, I believe it was either 41st or 42nd. And now he's up in the top 10 in 7th place. Caution flag out for the first time tonight. Big wrecks taking place apparently, and a lot of chasers collected as James Qualls paces us under the yellow here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Well, Chris Maley was running the apron on the front straightaway, which is legal, but then apparently he couldn't find a way back up in line. Had to run the apron again, gets the apron, slides up, and look who he gets. Gets his teammate Matthew Dallio there. Ty Dent got a piece of that. So add yet another chaser that was caught up in something here. And I think these guys wrecked after the caution came out, because I think something happens further back here. There it is right here. Dylan Poteet, Dylan Thoreau, Chris Washer, Austin Mongold. Now what happens to these guys? Jacob Lawler and Bob Jones involved as well. Looks like it might start with the 3 of Nick Smith, perhaps? Yeah, he's got to get up and into the wall there on the front straightaway. Oh, and then he hits some kind of a space where the wall juts out. Shoots him down into Mongold, Bob Jones, Chris Washer, Dylan Thoreau. And then Mongold spins right up in front. Dylan Poteet nowhere to go. Jacob Lawler nowhere to go. And then here comes Jones and Washer back up the track right into them as well. Danny Wells up and into the wall trying to scrub off speed so he doesn't get involved. James Silverfox got a piece of Chris Washer there. I think Danny may get to the inside of Poteet and avoid. Yeah, he did. And then there's the incident there with the 2 Penske cars, but then something else happens further up here involving Gene Sanford and company. Another incident on the front straightaway, and this time it's going to be Joshua Collard, Sean Galligan, and Dylan Young. It looks like it's going to start with the 43. Oh, does he get turned by David Rivera? Oh, he just took the turn really wide there out of 4. Slides up into the wall. Rivera coming off the corner just has nowhere to go. Gets Collard in the left rear. Turns him around right in front of the points leader Cody Lamas, who has to drive through the grass in order to avoid. And then nowhere for Dylan Young to go. Here comes Galligan. You see him slamming the brakes. The brakes were all locked up. He couldn't turn. And then, to make matters worse, here comes some oncoming traffic. Gene Sanford going to have absolutely nowhere to go. Same for Corbett as Collard comes right down to their racing line. That's a hard impact for both Gene Sanford and Joshua Collard. Look at Chris Louvier trying to find his way through the smoke. Just narrowly avoided getting clipped there by the Reese Chevrolet. Silver Fox, Bob Jones, they jump to the high side. Danny Wells going to get around as well. Boy. Had an incident there out of turn 4, an incident out of into turn 1, then another incident the following lap out of turn 4. That's a lot of carnage and a lot of chase drivers damaged now. The only 2 that I can see, or maybe 3, nope, the only 4. The only 4 chasers that didn't get any damage were Cody Lamas, Trent Dunham, Lewis Stevens, and Alex May. Well, I missed it. We got back to green before I got back. Not necessarily sure which lap we got back to green on, but it was a single file restart, and the top 10 currently look like this. James Qualls out in front, Jeff Fair in 2nd, William Bedford's in 3rd, Steve Pollard 4th, Charles Jackson 5th, then Jessica Shelton, Ricky Falcon, James Cloud, Henry Sanford, and Kyle Matthews. Did my eyes just deceive me, or did I see another caution flag? Yep, caution's out again. So we come back just in time to see the yellow flag wave one more time. Just past the halfway point here in this race. Skid marks in turn number 1. Oh wow, a lot of skid marks there in turns 1 and 2. Undoubtedly the reason for this yellow. And it involves another chaser, Ty Dent. And is that Alex May? It is! Chasers are getting targeted here tonight. 2 more chasers again. May was one of the 4 that I mentioned that had not been involved in anything as a chase contender. There's Trent Dunham, 14th, Cody Lamas, 16th. Man, chasers cannot buy a break here tonight at Kansas. This track is targeting them. And the caution flag is out again. Let's take a look and see what happens. So that way this time we'll get back for the restart when it happens. Well, almost shades of what happened to Chris Maley. Ty Dent went to the apron to try and make a pass. Danny Wells was already there, so Ty goes down onto the apron in order to not wreck anybody. Comes back up, and unfortunately Alex May had a huge head of steam. Was going to go around the 14 on the high side and came right up in front of him. Man. A lot of hard impact here tonight. The high speeds, the hard impact for these drivers. And so many chasers getting involved. So we're down now to 3 drivers. Dunham, Lamas, and Stevens, who have not gotten damage. Watch them be the next caution. Alright, so the lights are not out atop the pace car. We'll probably get the 1 to go next time around, but I wanted the opportunity here under these pace laps to try and get myself regrouped because I was a little rushed getting back and the green flag already being back out after the replay of our first caution. So let's document everything at this point. We have a total of 7 drivers currently listed out of the race. Alex May, Joshua Collard, Sean Galligan, Dylan Young, Gene Sanford, and then the Penske teammates of Chris Maley and Matthew Dallio. 3 of those drivers are chase drivers. Galligan, who came in 2nd in points, Gene Sanford, who came in 4th, and Alex May, who came in dead last in points. I think that's the death knell. That's the nail in the coffin for his hopes in winning the Mobil1 Cup Series Championship. We got 1 driver, 1 lap down. That is Dylan Poteet. I don't know if he's going to be coming up here when we get the 1 to go, and he'll be a driver to maybe... No, he won't, because we're going to have less than 10 to go when we get the green flag, so he will still remain single file. And then chasers who have just had dismal nights. Take a look back here. You got Chris Washer restarting 29th, Jacob Lawler 31st, Kyle Corbett in 32nd, and Austin Mongold in 33rd. All 4 of those drivers are in some way damaged. Where are the chasers running that are doing good? Well, highest running chaser at the current moment, I believe, is Trent Dunham. Currently scored in the 14th position, as there's no chaser in the top 10 right now. Points leader Cody Lamas right behind him in 16th place. And the only other chaser that has not been involved in something tonight is Lewis Stevens, who's currently scored in the 19th position. Qualls has led every single lap tonight after starting on the pole. Jeff Fair, who started 2nd, is running 2nd, so the front row still remains 1st and 2nd. When we get the green flag, it'll be 6 to go here tonight, as Qualls is looking for his first win of the season. He's mired 29th in points. A win certainly would be welcome for him, as he's getting ready to put us back under the green. Will we finish under green, or will we finish under yellow? If we have a yellow flag in the next 3 laps or so, I think the race would end under the caution flag. Here we go, green flag back out. We're back underway at Kansas. Cody Lamas right now, I think his goal is just stay out of trouble, because everybody else behind him, from Galligan in 2nd down through Mongold, Dylan Young in 7th and 8th, have encountered some problems here tonight. If he can just survive Kansas tonight, he's going to open back up the points lead that dwindled away after the hardships of last week at Darlington. Wow, we got maybe a battle for the lead? Maybe. Oh, Jeff Fair looked, but William Bedford was looking as well. Battle will go for 2nd, as Qualls will use that opportunity to try and create some distance. Steve Pollard there in 4th, Charles Jackson in 5th. Now they're going to battle for 4th as Jackson dives the inside of the 99. Toyota battle there for a spot in the top 5 as Jessica Shelton and Ricky Falcon start to close in on this. Cody Lamas is now the highest running chaser. He just moved by Trent Dunham. Move him to the 14th position as he's continuing to fight his way to the front. I don't think he'll win this thing. He's too far back, but he certainly could try and get into the top 10 and continue to grow his points lead. Battle for 2nd between some rookies. William Bedford in the 4, Jeff Fair in the 23. As this all goes on behind James Qualls, who's got to be loving it. Every time they battle for 2nd, it takes the pressure off him to just have to hit his marks and try and keep growing his distance. And I'll bet he wouldn't mind seeing a caution flag. They're going to go 3 wide for third. Ricky Falcon way down to the bottom. Jackson in the middle. Bedford up on the high side. Bedford into the wall, into McCrory, and they saved it. But Bedford's going to lose a lot of spots because of that, but that was close. He nearly wrecked with McCrory. There's Cody Lamas, Trent Dunham working their way through traffic. They are 4 wide with Cody. Cody going 4 wide to the inside with Shelton, McCrory, and McLeod. This is not going to end well. He made it work though, and now Trent Dunham tries following him. Oh, McCrory into the wall in front of Shelton. Henley on the apron, Carson Gum on the apron, that's normally not good. Right back up in front of traffic. Oh, Henley, no, oh my goodness, he just collected Gilbert. Lewis Stevens as Henley is upside down and flipping on the final lap. Bedford involved, Shelton involved, Corbett plows in. Oh my word, Henley just got nailed by Bob Jones. All this going on as out of the final quarter to the line, James Qualls is going to win here tonight at Kansas. Utter chaos on the last lap. Jeff Fair right there within closing distance, but couldn't do it. Qualls dominates, leads every lap tonight, but oh my goodness, absolute pandemonium on the last lap. Henley flipping over, getting nailed by Bob Jones. Lewis Stevens, Jessica Shelton, Dylan Poteet involved, Corbett came plowing in. It was a major collision between turns 1 and 2. My word. James Qualls is going to win here tonight, his first win of the season in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Dominates this race, leads every single lap. Man. You know it's insane on the last lap when you hardly are looking at the leader and you have to look at him crossing the stripe at the last minute. Look at the cars on pit road. Lewis Stevens all torn up. Corbett on pit road. There's Daniel Gilbert. There's more drivers on pit road badly mangled up. There's Sean Henley. Man, I hope he's okay. That was a hard impact when he got nailed by Bob Jones. Standings are indeed official though. And there they are. 2 drivers finished in the top 10. One of them was the points leader, Cody Lamas. The other, a former champion in Trent Dunham, finishing 7th and 8th. They were officially the only 2 drivers in this chase this season that were not involved in an incident of any kind. The only other one was Lewis Stevens, and he got caught up in that last lap wreck. Man. So James Qualls with the win. Jeff Fair's going to get 2nd place. The front row finished 1 and 2, so interesting there. Clay Rogers, that's got to be one of his best finishes of the season, in 3rd. Kyle Matthews in 4th. Charles Jackson 5th. Ricky Falcon 6th, and then the points leader Lamas in 7th. Talk about growing your points lead again. That's exactly what he's going to do. Trent Dunham going to finish in 8th. We could see Trent work his way up very well into the point standings now with a top 10 run. Carson Gum going to finish the evening out in 9th, and Steve Pollard will finish in 10th position. Look all the way down there. Where'd the rest of your chasers finish? Well, it ain't a pretty sight. Chris Washer finishes in 24th. Jacob Lawler 25th. Ty Dent in 26th. Lewis Stevens in 27th. Look further down, you find Kyle Corbett in 32nd. Austin Mongold 34th. Alex May 36th. John Galligan 38th. Dylan Young 39th. And Gene Sanford in 40th position. No doubt about it. The lead that Cody Lamas lost last week at Darlington, he gains back here at Kansas, heading into chase race number 6. James Qualls goes to victory lane for the first time this season in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Congratulations to him and that 70 team, dominating tonight's race, leading every single one of the 20 laps here tonight. If you enjoyed tonight's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, part of the crew today. Here comes your official rookie points, main points, and your chase points, which for sure are going to get shooken up tonight, heading into next week. Chase race number 6. I do not remember where we're going, so please don't ask me. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We will see you guys next time as you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing. at its best.